another one. Thank you so much, Black Swan.
Finally, I can breathe a sigh of relief.
I understand you must be confused, and will do our best to shed light on the situation. However, before that, it's essential to know that this place is the rift between dream and reality. A place reserved only for those who have awakened from Enna's dream.
Do you remember Sunday's ambitious plan? He intended to harness the power of the Stellaron, the collective will of over 100,000 Oak family members, and the desires of everyone in Penacony to usurp the harmony and restore the order.
Unfortunately, it didn't stop there. From the early days of our journey into Asdana, we were already affected by the Stellaron. That strange dreamscape where we met. Maybe it was a sign that your thoughts were beginning to drift away. I don't think the goal of the Order was to put everyone into a deep sleep. Quite the contrary. They used the Stellaron to catalyze the leakage of Asdana's memoria into the material world, allowing the dreamscape to blend with reality. People think they are awake, but their spirits have long since stepped into the Temple of Order.
This is what makes Enna's dream so powerful. In this paradise governed by the Order, everyone indulges in their delightful dreams and lives happily ever after. I believe what you experienced in the sweet dream, except for that flaw, was real. Only in this way could you reach the destination, lifting the crisis in Penacony and embarking on your next trailblazing expedition. If it wasn't for Acheron's plan, we might have been trapped in this dream forever. Well, I'm not as fortunate as she is. Even if I'm a memo keeper, I was still influenced by the power of the Order and fell into hallucinations. However, thanks to your memories, now we still have a chance to turn the tide.
We still have a chance, though. To make it happen, please, Black Swan, guide us to those with a strong will. The truth of the dreamscape runs deeper. We must notify anyone willing to wake up, so we can end the long night together.
All right, please come with me.
Stay calm. I bet that even if I don't resist, you'd still... Time to get down to business, cowboy. Huh. You're okay? Me too. Quite the fateful encounter we have here, friend. Seems you're also a light sleeper. I'll send you some of the IPC's sleep aids one of these days.
Unfortunately, we need to stay awake right now rather than sleep. We're still nowhere near capable of breaking free from Enna's dream. Let me break the bad news first. The enemy we're up against isn't just Sunday anymore, nor is it the harmonious choir that he's usurped. The Dream Master has awakened the swarm disaster within the sweet dream, and cast shadows into the hearts of all dreamers through Enna's dream. The primal fear taking root in people's hearts had led them to call out to the Order for protection. The path of order is gradually being restored, and this has transformed Sunday into Enna.
Specifically, he's just one step away from becoming an Eon. The IPC starships converged here at an opportune moment, and the power of the preservation seeped into the sweet dream to prevent him from completely ascending. However, that is only temporary.
With the IPC around, the cosmos doesn't need a second order.
But it doesn't make much of a difference for us. Sunday's true form has broken free from the dreamscape, becoming as vast as an eon. The Astana system is no more than a plaything in the palm of his hand.
Indeed. Forget about stopping him. We can't even manage to face him again.
The key still lies in Enna's dream. Fear and sweet dreams. He relies on these two lies to gather the dreamer's shared wishes. He's still just a false god who barely managed to ascend. If we can wake people up and break Enna's dream, Sunday's divinity will fall with it. But the current sweet dream is extremely complex. Miss Black Swan, could you please explain the rest of it? My memory isn't the best, after all.
Time is of the essence, so I'll cut to the chase. There are 3 layers to the dreamscape trapping us. First, there's Enna's dream controlled by Sunday. It wove a beautiful illusion for every dreamer, making them flounder in it. Second, there's the primordial dreamscape, which includes Dreamflux Reef. The swarm disaster is manifesting again in the Oak Dream within this layer, and is continuously empowering the Order through an endless stream of fear. Third, there's the 12 hours established by the family. This layer was the first to merge with reality and is itself an enormous trap. Forget about winning. We need to cross all 3 layers of the dreamscape before we can even face Sunday again. Unfortunately, we're still in the first layer, which is Enna's dream. Although we've regained our sense of self, we're still dreaming. We've only managed to connect our individual dreamscapes, but have not escaped. To destroy it, we must make everyone in Penacony want to wake up from their dreams. Humans yearning for sweet illusions borders on obsession, leading them to subconsciously resist the harsh reality. Therefore, I carefully selected a moment where she was guiding her to uncover the truth herself, to make her regain her consciousness. However, to wake up everyone in Penacony and get them to share the same determination, that would
Can't just stay here and do nothing.
This is the first step of our plan. With the assistance from the Garden of Recollection, those who possess a strong will, like you, will gradually awaken from the dream. These free wills are the discord that will sway Enna's dream.
However, awakening a mere handful of individuals is insignificant compared to the vast number of people immersed in the dream. We must find other ways to awaken the free will of millions of people within a short period of time. Looks like the Jade Kiss of Allying Oath will be the only solution.
No need for that. Keep your once-in-a-lifetime treasure. We don't need to bother the Cienjo Alliance for such a tiny request. You want thousands of people with unwavering free will? That's easy. Just leave it to us Galaxy Rangers. Do you know what it is, Acheron?
It's the relic I returned to you.
Exactly. Its owner must have told you that it's meaningless to anyone other than a Galaxy Ranger, and that it can only fulfill its purpose when returned to its rightful owner. Because it's a burial artifact, worthy only of a hero who has served the Galaxy Rangers with honor. When its light illuminates the universe, it means the fall of a hero, and in the direction it falls, countless meteors will streak across the sky. Those meteors are Galaxy Rangers, coming from all corners of the cosmos, driven by a shared purpose, without questioning the cause or counting the cost, because we abide by a bottom line. The shooting stars of the hunt only descend on the longest night, and with them comes the dawn. We've stayed silent for far too long. Now, it's time to remind all the cowards, oppressors, and villains of the universe of our presence. I'll be the one to ignite the first spark.
This should be enough to delay his ascension to godhood. As for the foundation of Enna's dream, it would take an immense power to shake it in an instant.
I think that shouldn't be too hard.
So, you're the key in the end, I assume? Even if it is just a counterfeit god, we'll need an emanator to step in.
Perhaps it's not about being an emanator. This is a different collective wish. I will do everything in my power to strike down that evil god for you all.
What about the other two dreamscape layers?
There's nothing we can do about them. They're even more dangerous. Unlike our current gathering, the dissipation of Enna's dream will take time, which will draw Sunday's attention.
Exactly. Once we enter the next layer of the dreamscape, we'll be facing an eon's strength head on. But by then, we'll have played all our cards. Enna's dream is no ordinary matter. Even with Constance and me giving it our all, we can only reach the few of you here. It's impossible to find more help. As for beyond the sweet dream, our only hope lies in intervention from other eons. But that would be tantamount to igniting a cosmic war among gods. The Order is one of Xipe's aspects. Yet the Harmony stands idle at this moment as Enna is being reborn, without any further intervention. There must be some deeper reason behind this.
But time is of the essence. We must take our fate into our own hands.
In other words, those who only want to survive by playing it safe will die. All those who dare to face death head-on will live. I like that.
Just these few people? Oh well, that'll do. It's not just Penacony. The entire Asdana system is done for.
A Stellaron hunter?
She was at the edge of the Asdana system, but she still got dragged into this mess. Just finding her nearly wiped me out.
Quite a bold investment strategy. Tell me, with such a huge risk, what kind of payoff are we talking about?
The other two layers of the dreamscape will be handled by the Stellaron hunters. One of our associates is searching in the 12 hours for the other person chosen by the Harmony.
Oh? Miss Robin?
She broke free from Enna's dream through her own strength, and left behind a song for those in slumber.
It's true that some people are born strong, and others are born weak. If the Trailblaze is the target of heroes, then the Harmony will guarantee that the strong help the weak. Only the people of Penacony themselves can be the saviors of their homeland. Their path of happiness should be forged by themselves. While I may not be a nameless, I'm willing to instill courage in all those who need it. This includes my brother as well. Anna's dream is too cruel for him and everyone else.
I see. So, we were able to wake up thanks to Miss Robin's help. But the flaws rooted in human nature can't be eradicated overnight. Do you believe that these efforts alone are enough to convince everyone to choose the right path?
I agree with you, Black Swan. That's why the most critical aspect of this plan is not to convince everyone to choose the right path, but to inspire them to save themselves.
They'll stir up something big to help break you free from the 12 hours. As for the primordial dreamscape, Sam is standing by, just waiting for you to break free from Enna's dream. Now, I'll tell you, but don't panic. She will die. She will die a second time, facing everything she wants to run away from. But her fate will be determined by you. She will help you break through the second layer of the dreamscape. Then, she'll fall into Enna's dream, which hasn't fully dissipated yet. If you defeat Sunday and wake her from that dream, then her second death, too, will become nothing but an illusion. But if you fail, the dreamscape will ultimately merge completely with reality, and her death will become a fact.
But that still doesn't solve the fundamental problem. What about Sunday? He could wipe out all our efforts with no more than a glance the moment we cross the 3 dreamscape layers.
Oh, Miss Memo Keeper. It's time for a game of recall. I once said something to you lot back in the Oak Dream. So long as my trump card remains unplayed, none will dare see the hand through to the end. And now, it's time to reveal that ace. Let me point out 2 mistakes. One of them is yours. Having personally been to the heartland of the Dream Master's plans, wouldn't I have already found a way to inform the IPC? The fleet's deployment was never meant for a direct confrontation. It was to seed the preservation's heart into the dream. The other mistake was Sundays, and it was a fatal one. He should never have confiscated my cornerstone. He should have kicked me out right from the start. That's how every gamble with me goes. The moment you sat down at my table, you've already lost. A jade-colored light still sleeps deep within the dreamscape, and it does not require the presence of its owner to unleash its powers.
So what? Even the power of the 10 Stonehearts can't rattle an existence already approaching eonhood.
That's why I said the cosmos no longer needs a second order. The Dream Master's plan is indeed flawless. However, when faced with the terror of the swarm disaster, how is calling for the preservation any different from calling for the order? The release of the Cornerstone's powers will absorb the Dreamer's desires and offer them the preservation's promise instead, guiding them to cry out these words. All for the Amber Lord.
Is this the IPC's real goal? To completely take back Penacony on a conceptual path level?
What, you think I'm also trampling over others' beliefs? Sorry, but that's exactly what the IPC believes in. Don't question your own ruthlessness. All that matters is profit. The new swarm disaster will end the same way as it ended before. The hammer strike will echo throughout Asdana, seizing the Order's powers on the level of paths to launch our counterattack, leaving Sunday powerless to interfere with your actions. But a new Amber Era will not arrive because of that. Today's hammer strike is not the wrath of an eon, but humanity's battle cry of defiance.
I'll hold my breath and listen for that moment. Once our plan succeeds, we can strip Sunday of his godhood, but we'll be too drained to join the battle afterward. So... take your time to prepare. Before you head out, may I have a moment alone with you? There's one more thing I need to explain to you. This grand festival is drawing to its close. This is the starting point for the ultimate stage of our journey, just as it marked the beginning of all the stories in Penacony. Are you ready? Very well. Now, please close your eyes. A glimmer of fireflies. A sigh of regret. It is because life dares to slumber that they can awaken.
Am I awake?
Sorry, Robin. It's just you. I did not wish for you to know this. It's a pity that things have turned out this way. Within the foundation of law, humanity establishes civilization, and through harmony, we obtain order.
My brother. Did you still bring the Order's sweet dream into our paradise?
Ow! You're still trying to play the family card at this hour? Your brother doesn't exist anymore. As of now, you'd better call them Anna. Impressive. You really woke up on your own.
Let me reiterate. If you've had your fill, it'd be wise to leave before it's too late. The music of the harmony doesn't tolerate discord.
Ow! Then I'll reiterate as well. I've done my part, and now I'm simply waiting for the fireworks to begin.
Why don't you just cut to the chase?
Time's short, so I'll condense the report. Oh, that even rhymed. I'm so talented. A nosy cremator left something on you. She wanted to use it to burn down the illusions you received from the sweet dream, allowing you to wake up from Enna's dream. But it looks like you don't need it anymore.
Then, how were you able to reach this place?
Well, a fool has thousands of faces. It's gonna take a lot to create a sweet dream that can satisfy me. Both you and I can still stay awake for just a little bit longer.
Just a little bit?
Honestly, I don't even need to find you. But I am just so kind. I've already killed you once to give you a chance to regain your home field advantage. You're the last festival host awake in Penacony. So, do you want to play a round of roulette? The wager will be the entire planet of festivities.
stay where you are. What are you trying to do by showing up in front of me?
I want you to watch me blow up all of Penacony. Only then can everyone else launch a counterattack and wake up together. Think about it. Your brother is already a god beyond the heavens. You're not even gonna see him unless you rip open the sky. Ever heard of the trolley problem? Make your choice. Do you want everyone to go down together? Or to have Penacony make a small sacrifice?
Why should I trust the words of a masked fool?
Don't think that I'm just trolling you. My bombs are hidden all over Penacony. They took a really long time to set up, you know. Maybe I should blow up a few to demonstrate how they look? Let me see. Which one should I choose?
Stop. What's gonna happen to the Dreamers once the bombs go off?
They will all die.
Then you know I'd never agree to it.
When it's time to make a sacrifice, reality won't be giving you any choices. Or do you want to replay the old joke about the Harmony treating everyone the same?
Life is never a joke, fool. There is no such thing as a lesser evil in this world. Evil, just like morality, cannot be measured, nor can it be compared.
Isn't that still the Harmony's same old song and dance? But that suits me just fine. Didn't I already say that this is a round of roulette, not some pyrotechnic show? Get ready to sing. Be like a bird. If you can make Sheepei hear you, then they definitely won't allow me to blow everyone to pieces, right? What will you choose now? You can either watch as I blow the entire place up, or you can try to save their lives. Maybe this will be your last ever performance.
Last ever performance.
You feeling nervous? I know the feeling. You should feel nervous when going up on such a big stage for the first time.
I'm okay. I just remembered something, that's all. Miss Siobhan, why do you think birds fly?
Why are you asking that all of a sudden?
That was my response as well the first time I heard that question. It's what my brother asked me before I left Penacony. I keep finding myself thinking about it.
I don't know. I fly when it's time to fly, and I stop when I don't want to fly anymore. There's no reason.
It seems that your answer is really similar to mine. You've also asked me, why do I sing? I think I can answer both of these questions in one go. The answer wasn't what I initially had in mind. Originally, I wanted to sing because of something specific that I experienced. A Stellaron fell onto my homeworld when I was young. Everything I knew was instantly destroyed. We didn't even get a chance to react to it. No matter what we did, it was too late. But for some reason, my mother chose to hum a song when she tried to comfort me and my brother.
I remember that story. Everyone thought that's why you decided to sing.
No. That experience only made me detest singing. I've believed for a long time that songs can't change anything when disasters strike. That music is the most useless thing in this world. I might be extraordinarily talented in singing, and I might feel super happy whenever I sing. But its futility had always made me depressed.
Then what changed?
I grew up, and I realized that my brother would sometimes hum the same tune as my mother did. and I thought maybe he missed her, but I was too embarrassed to point that out. I tried to comfort him instead. However, his answer to me made me realize what I should be singing for. Obviously, he didn't give me an answer directly, but it got me to think. Maybe some things don't need a reason or meaning at all. Go and do what must be done, fool. It's for the sake of Penacony's future. But I won't let anyone get hurt.
Oh, did you just have a flashback? Now I'm even more excited. Let me check one last time. If you were to die, how would you want people to remember your ending? Like a bird, she lived her life, graceful and composed. Now her beak parts slightly with a sigh, as soft as falling feathers. Like it?
Drop the sanctimonious mask. Singing only needs one thing, and that's sincerity. My brother. Birds born with wings need no reason to soar into the sky. And those forced to fall back to Earth don't need anyone's condescending sympathy. The sky and Earth are each other's proof and aspiration. When a soaring bird looks down below, it discovers that even after falling, life still holds hope to continue. And when a fallen bird looks up to the sky, it discovers that the possibility of soaring once again still exists in this world. Perhaps they'll never truly understand each other. But what people need is an understanding. It's showing a little more compassion for the way others choose to live. And, when necessary, extending a helping hand. Even if you become the only star and prevent everyone from soaring into the sky, they will still be inspired by your radiance, flap their wings with all their might, regardless of whether they've been hurt in their fall. Thus, the Order's sweet dream will eventually fall. Oh, triple-faced God. If I manage to step onto the path of harmony, then please extend your hand and shelter those who believe in you. And if I am a bird destined to fall, doomed to never sing again, then while the sound of me hitting the ground may be my last note for the harmony, it will never be this world's swan song. In the name of the sweet dream, the Charmony Festival now begins!
Brother, do you miss home?
Even if I do, it's too late.
But you're singing the song Mom used to sing.
Because even if it's too late, we still have the choice to sing whatever we can.
Welcome to the horizon of existence. This place is one of the thousands of manifestations belonging to the sleeping and shapeless. And it's also an exit out of the nihility for the awake ones. Let's bid our final farewells here. Remember your name. I'll be waiting for you at the end.
People could have each other. I want everything this world.
I hope that I'll see her again after I die. then she'll know that I too am only human. And all humans will find happiness in the end.
I hope everyone can always reunite with their family, enjoy home-cooked stew, and keep on laughing.
One day, those who live will all come to understand how they need to think to create their own happiness. May people embrace each other and offer their most sincere compliments to whoever they meet. Our hopes and dreams are in your hands now.
Please guide them to witness every sunrise that is yet to come.
Hey, I've read the script. Why are you asking me? Then do your best to not fail.
It's not the time to leave your final words yet.
We all believe in you.
You need to believe in us too.
The trailblazing expedition won't end here.
We'll wake up together. Why does life slumber? We don't know the answer yet, but we're about to awaken from this dream. Or perhaps such is the answer itself. It's the people who first broke free from the sweet dream. The sleeping and shapeless caught a glimpse of their desires. It was because they held on to these desires that they could dream. It was because these desires were never fulfilled that they could wake up. I think that's not entirely true. I wish people could find happiness, but I've been tainted by too much nihilism. Sometimes I can't help but think that the nihility is a proud and terrifying dream. It's brought forth not by gain or loss, but by the severing of roads, or even the loss of desire itself. Fulfilling a wish can certainly make people feel the joy of being alive. But if no new wishes ever surfaced again in people's hearts, indeed, behind the shadow of the nihility, there must exist the most blazing source of light in the world. Just as every life that edges closer to death fervently approaches the end of the nihility, we must pursue that primordial light. Before you go, would you tell me your wish? I'm glad. The answer itself doesn't matter. What matters is that you've made a decision. Only a name remains. A person that I was, and now want to become. You're looking right at it. She is a hunter who treads upon the finality, destined to sacrifice her own wishes to defy destiny. But no matter which path you and she walk, death will always be the destined finale and the last reunion. Are you ready? She too was here not long ago. You can witness her resolve through this. Witness how that tiny spark of bug light broke free from the pull of the nihility.
Who were you in the past?
The scenery. Am I dead? Really dead?
Death is one step away from here. Step over this place, and you will truly embrace death. Or you can turn back. Tell me, who were you in the past?
The Moth's Iron Cavalry.
And who are you now?
A Stellaron hunter.
Then who will you become in the future?
Just an ordinary girl.
Well then, keep walking forward. Death would suit you better.
Never. I fought tooth and nail to get where I am today, and this isn't over yet. Even if everything burns to ashes, I won't give up.
You should know that's a wish that can never come true. You couldn't become an ordinary girl, even in the last sweet dream.
Why do you think that?
Entangled in the family's conspiracy, facing the mimetic entity's blades head-on, while challenging the resurrected swarm disaster alone, armed only with the script that can peer into the future. That's more than enough cards stacked against you. Do you really think that the time you spent with her proved anything? For an ordinary girl, simple happiness shouldn't just be a matter of chance.
But who's to say all of this isn't what an ordinary girl would do?
What?
Perhaps the Dream Master was right. All the past we've left behind has already determined our future. All my experiences so far will still make me choose to step into danger when I face it in the future. But you misunderstood my answer. I guess it's my fault too. Always talking about wanting a normal life, as if the past that shaped me is some heavy burden weighing me down. Being a Glamoth's Iron Cavalry and having entropy loss syndrome are more than just scars. They are a past that taught me to cherish, urged me to seek, and showed me how to love. All the things you listed are quite extraordinary indeed, but I believe any ordinary girl would make the same choice I did. When faced with everything I have faced. In the darkest moments, ordinary people never need to feel small. After all, they always discover that they've already become something noble and bright. Indeed, I can't change the outcome or even the process. But I can decide how to view my destiny.
This is just an even deeper form of self-deception. compared to actually changing the outcome.
Free will is mere self-deception for most people anyway. But as long as I'm not asking others to do the same, there's no shame in it for me. Everyone has their own answers as to why life slumbers.
Some will never find their answer.
But no one can take away their chance to keep looking for the answer. I won't give up, nor will I blame those who do. All I need to do is return their right to make that choice, and return that right to myself as well. So, I will leave this place together with you. Even if embracing my former strength means speeding towards my death. The name I gave myself is Firefly. I used to think I was similar to a firefly, just a fleeting glimmer of light. But later, I realized no one would give themselves an unlucky name. It was also because I thought fireflies were beautiful. Later, someone told me that my eyes don't actually work very well. Otherwise, I would have figured out that those insects aren't beautiful at all. Beauty, love, all our feelings stem from the flaws we were born with. And that's what makes each of us unique. Yet, I can't help but love these little things. Even though I'm sensitive to cold and can't stand the night wind, I still go stargazing. Even though baking cakes is really troublesome, I'll still keep trying. Because I love giving them to people who matter to me and seeing those people smile. I love going around looking for cute dresses, not to show off to others, but because it makes me feel good. So, I won't mind any flaws anymore. I won't fear any new scars. I'll give it my all to find what I love, and I won't let destiny take them away. So... Moths don't fly to flames because they yearn for light. It's about going through the flames, igniting yourself and burning with the most intense light. My destiny won't fall into darkness. I will light up everything around me. As long as the clock keeps ticking, death comes for us all eventually. And life has its time, too. If my world always ends up being burned to ashes, then let it burn! As long as I can keep burning, then wherever I am will be flames, not ashes.
Order. Dismember.
Actually, I used to envy you. You wouldn't feel pain, even though you were born to bring disaster. But you should be envious of me now. I'm unwilling to face death, nor do I want to keep fighting. But when faced with destiny, I will never run away! My dreams were always a scorched earth. where even a single new bud could never bloom. But I will still burn and keep on burning until new life rises from the ashes. If you are the Dream Master's answer, then listen to my reply in his stead. People hold on to hope not because they have never faced inevitable death. It's precisely because we are destined to die that we hold on to the hope of wanting to change something.
Master, 命令を。
All things in this world have their laws. Human creations!
Order, replicate!
Converge and awaken! Feels spiffy?
Execute! Devour!
You'll pay for this. Lend me your strength.
Preparing to feed. Ready to digest.
Yin and yang.
Mutation. Execute. Devour.
Let's play. Can you find the answer?
必ずや勝利トライクエアこの明かりは星の手ハイバー
Adjusting organic biomass.
There's always a way. Lend me your strength. We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them. Together as one. I'll go easy. Feeling spiffy? Lend me your strength. Converge and awaken. All things human creations.
This battle is unavoidable. I see through you. Together as one. Feel steady?
必ずや勝利前へ。この赤に伏線ファイバー。
Adjusting organic vial.
I knew it. Everything's far from over.
If embracing fate is also a form of resistance,
Then
this time...
I shall embrace death!
To live is to imagine a future version of yourself. But fate is never fair. The choices people make are almost completely dictated by their past. No matter how much they try to move forward, there's no guarantee they'll see the future they've imagined. It's the same for every path. The nihility already exists, whether you admit it or not. And nothing can ever completely escape from nihility. Most paths make people believe that this world is good. That as long as you are willing to believe, you would gain power because of your belief. But that does not apply to the nihility. The nihility is absurd and vast, capturing those who were unwilling to blindly believe, yet are powerless to fight back. It has nothing to do with good. Be it willing or blind, the way people obtain strength from faith should come from within, not from being forced to bow their heads. This will be a tough journey. Are you still willing to return to the starting point once again? This will be a tough journey. Are you still willing to return to the starting point once again? This will be a tough journey. In this way, you will reunite in the warmth of the sunlight. May death yet end her last dream. May you guide people back to the waking world. In the coming long nights, I'm afraid you will face many setbacks and witness many tragedies.
I come to greet, I come to whine, I come to claim. I grant poison for nectar, sow in spring to reap in fall. Await wizened fruit to fill livened boughs. All for the Amber Lord.
But when you make a choice, there will be a fleeting red that reappears before you once more in that monochrome world. What you must do now is ponder its significance, and then return to the waking world.
Doomed to fade at dawn. I won't fear waking up from this dream. Go. Take back the right to trailblaze. For them and for me. That's
where we will all find our answers.
Mr. Sunday, it's time for you to wake up from your dream. The future of Penacony won't belong to the Order, but will be determined by human will.
The divine power of Enna, actually. So be it. It wasn't my intention anyway. Let us discern in human form the final conclusion. Did the gods create this world? Do the gods love all beings? Oh gods, you only need to hold your tongue here and silently hearken. All life shall grow as nature intended and reach its end. This mortal world should rest in mortal hands. All the work of creation has been completed. The inevitable day has arrived. The embryo of philosophy will reshape for us all of reality. No one will ever stand here again. This paradise shall be fought by the king of humankind. The order is ultimately flawed. By his decree, it shall be ended. The remembrance is fleeting and impermanent. By this decree, it shall be ended!
No way! Rosalina gave her life to protect the Sweet Dreams path.
The hunt brings only futile misery. By this decree, it shall be ended!
Still protect the Sweet Dream presence!
The nihility leaves no light unextinguished. By this decree, it shall be ended!
But the will of the Watchmaker will never be worn away.
The Trailblazer attempts the impossible. By this decree, it shall be ended!
Even so, Mikhail still believed in tomorrow.
With this perfect melody I command, recreate paradise anew! Ravina, is that you singing?
Now, it's time to become the new Watchmaker.
Standing still never brings happiness. Come on, let's set the compass for 12 hours.
Only by blazing a trail forward can we set time in motion and give it meaning.
Only after the sweet dream ends will tomorrow come. People will keep moving forward, discovering countless new wonders.
Tomorrow, people will know that the world will still welcome countless marvels worth fighting for. A stagnant sweet dream can't imprison our desires.
So, why does life slumber?
Because someday we will wake from our dreams.
The night is still too short.
Brother, the dream is over.
Wake up. It's time for this dream to end. Destiny won't let me give you the answer, and the true ending is too sad. I'd rather you forget about it. Well then, I must come clean about my final lie. I never showed you anyone's memories, not even my own. All you've seen is a script I came across by chance. It recorded everything that had happened, and using its stimulation, you actually managed to enter the memories from your own perspective and remember everything anew. It means you're different, unique. You've done something no one has ever done before. Even though your memories were cremated to ashes, you were able to recall them once more, treasuring them once again in your heart. The Stellaron Hunters say you are the one who can turn the wheels of time and give it meaning. That you are the one who can alter destiny and make whole what is incomplete. Come, I want to show you something.
Elio?
Come, I want to show you something. This is what I promised to give you. The truth about the finality. This cat is not Elio, but a strand of Terminus's divine corpus. The Stellaron Hunters described this scene to me, something I've never seen myself. When Terminus ascends to godhood once more, they will manifest their 1,000-armed divine form and proclaim, "Now I am become finality, lifting the wheel of time, the destroyer of worlds." Then, Terminus turned into a pack of black cats, distributing every ounce of their divine power between those creatures. The cats shall depart from the end of the world, going against the river of time till the moment of the universe's birth. What you see is one of those cats. As for Elio, he is an even more special existence. Only the Stellaron Hunters know his true identity. It will tell you the truth regarding the ending you haven't yet remembered. But you must be prepared. What really happened is that Firefly didn't meet with anyone between the fall of the Great Septimus and when she left Penacony. Not even you. She knew how tragic her third death would be. So she only dared to watch you from afar and hid on her lonesome when she was about to fade away. But even sad memories are precious. If you can accept farewells with grace, then you'll gain the strength to create reunions. When you bid farewell to loved ones, you should cry while they can still hear you. That's the only way they'll know just how many people love them. You know, I often wonder if everything I'm doing right now is just a whimsical gift from destiny. That I haven't really decided anything, but merely being tossed around at its mercy. But right now, I don't care. Because my joy is real. My sorrow is real. And you will be the same. Remember, if you have regrets that must be mended, then shout with all your might from the depths of your heart. Let it be passed to the end of time, and make Terminus, who was about to set off, hear your call. The fact that you can see this black cat means Terminus is in the process of passing by you. The power of only one black cat cannot change much, but your past is Terminus's future. If it remembers your voice and decides to change something in its own future, your past will change accordingly. Perhaps it is because the world is destined to shatter that an ordinary girl can obtain the bouquet she yearns for. Go forth and deliver that bouquet with your own hands, so that no one will be left with regrets. I hope we'll meet again, the only one who could ever please me. Father, destruction is not just a single glorious moment, and the same applies to destiny and memories. Only by enkindling the winter wilderness with flames that cross the sky can we make the indestructible manifest once more. This is the experience from cultivators who had remade the world, and the wondrous creations from those who painted the world. Sitting among the embers, they drew the morning star, knowing best that only in times of extreme hunger do the stars begin to turn. Why does life slumber? You will eventually find your own answer.
Let's go reclaim everything that was forgotten.
Burnt. Yes. Just like with Mr. Aventurine back then. Nihility infected the dreamscape the moment you drew your blade. Thankfully, this is the world within the dreamscape. Constance took all the knot upon herself and burnt it away completely. Perhaps she won't be able to fully recover for a long time.
I'm very sorry.
Don't be. She's got other pressing matters right now. That's why she asked me to meet you. She really wants to thank you. She's betrayed too many people, facing death threats from Avengers at every moment. She used to delight in dancing with death. But at the moment she burned away the nihility, she said she was blooming. She said that, for the first time, she felt the joy of being alive. Come to think of it, people all believe that the Dahlia's floriography means betrayal. But on the planet where it was first discovered, the locals saw it as a symbol of life and prosperity.
Creating a brand new path. That's truly astonishing. You must have some ideas as his sister, right? If he really managed to do it, what kind of path would that be?
I think it must have been a battle between different kinds of the Trailblaze. However, my brother came to the wrong conclusion. His original aspiration was similar to the Trailblaze, yet the road he walked was one named the Domination, or the Conquest. Even if someone wishes for everyone's happiness, that's still a selfish wish. There will always be those who don't want to be saved, who want to save themselves.
Do you also think that there shouldn't be any God in this world?
No. Even a God who does nothing can at least give people something to believe in and find comfort in. But this world definitely no longer needs a king of humankind. That's why I believe my brother will come to understand all of this one day as well. He made mistakes, but he was stopped. I don't want him to spend the rest of his life in prison. I want him to also have a chance to save himself.
No wonder you came looking for me.
Yes. I want to make a deal with you. And after that, we'll talk about what position Penacony will hold before the IPC.
You arrogant gambler. I've already seen through your tricks.
Oh, do tell me what you figured out.
When sailing through storms, drunkards always beg for mercy from destiny.
So?
So, they all died. Destiny loves to watch them crash onto the reefs. A fool deserves a fool's end.
I feel like I need to read between the lines here, Professor. But you know I'm not that well read.
You're not lucky at all. You chose to forever remain sober, never becoming a drunkard.
Let's make an actual bet then. It's the perfect day for a few drinks. Once I'm actually drunk, you'll see just how wrong you are. But I don't even care about the outcome. In this world, what could be more precious than possibilities?
So, you still don't want me to join?
That's Elio's decision.
He saw my future?
In all possible futures where you join the Stellaron Hunters, you will ultimately choose betrayal. You shall become a Lord Ravager named Ephemera, poised to destroy the Remembrance. Those were Elio's exact words, and your payment.
Payment?
After everything is over, we want you to burn some of her memories.
May I know why?
She can't head to the next stop with these memories. It would draw the destruction's attention to her too early, and she'd die there.
I can do that. But I'll give the memories back to her sooner or later. In my own way. Whether you try to stop me or not.
No one will stop you. It is already written in the script. It will be a new beginning. The 4 apocalypses will converge towards the destruction because of it, while the cosmos will join hands to overcome that annihilation.
But where's Firefly? I haven't seen her anywhere.
How did you know I was here? I'm doing okay. Sorry. I wasn't trying to avoid you. But I have my own reasons. Can you just let me stay here by myself? How did you know about the promise? I never mentioned it. Maybe it's not just mysterious, but also gentle. I don't think I've mentioned it, but I wrote down everything I wanted to do in my journal before coming here. I'm staying here because I want to fulfill the last wish written in it. I've been quietly following you and watching you from afar for a while, but I still didn't want to disturb you. I hope your dreams begin with a smile and end with one too. To see the fireworks, of course. I heard there's this huge airship in Penacony where you can get an absolutely photo-worthy view of the fireworks.
So? Let's go watch the fireworks.
It really is the perfect spot. You've got great taste. Either way, thank you. Looks like it hasn't started yet. Let's sit for a while. I wonder whether everyone feels speechless at times like this. Maybe it's neither. There's a saying that I always liked. When it comes to someone we want to meet, we always imagine the scene before it happens. Imagine the words we'll say that would make them smile. Slowly but surely, all the things we want to say would have already been said before we even met the person. And when we finally meet again, we realize they're even more beautiful than anything we could have imagined. Yet, at that moment, we find ourselves at a loss for words to express just how amazing they really are. I'm sorry, but I can't tell you. Elio told me that it would lead to a terrible future if I say even a few words more. you'll die at the next stop. All I can tell you is why our paths crossed again. Long ago, you promised me that if I could dream, then you would make it a beautiful daydream. What matters isn't how they've changed, but that you still hold those same genuine feelings for them. I'm sorry. Yeah, actually, I still haven't experienced one of the 3 deaths written in the script. I only realized it after Anna's dream dissipated. I've made a mistake. Being sent to the Dream Flux Reef by death could hardly be called a death at all. That would have been way too easy. As for the true 3 deaths, the first one, I have known its true form for a long time. I can't dream. After I woke up, I would never dream again. In other words, the me that exists in this dream would completely cease to exist. The second time, I was killed by the swarm disaster. I activated my true power and came back from death. But that power would inevitably lead me to the 3rd death. My symptoms would accelerate uncontrollably until I die of entropy loss. The dreamscape had already started merging with reality when we arrived in Penacony. I thought I was dreaming, but I was actually also living in waking reality. It was causing my entropy loss syndrome to worsen. But don't worry, I asked Silverwolf about it, and she said things won't get that serious in real life. Let's not talk about this anymore. I just don't want to see you looking sad. This is our most beautiful daydream. And we should see it through with smiles on our faces. After all, we never know when we will use up all the moments we have with someone across all space and time. Hey, could you close your eyes? If this is my only chance to dream, then I want you to see the best version of me. As we near the end, let me indulge in a bit of perfectionism. Just like what I used to do. Let's close our eyes and imagine ourselves being together. Even if you can't see me, you'll still know that we've never been far apart. I won't. I promise to stay as long as I can. Let me think. Where should we start? Right. We should start where everything began, of course. Right at that golden hour. When you came to save me. That being said, we could also pretend we're strangers who just happened to meet there. Me, I'm a student traveling to the golden hour, and it'd be nice if I had a bit more pocket money. Oh, and when I show up there, I should dress up a little fancier. And you're a student too, but you came here from a really distant planet, completely unfamiliar with your surroundings. Then, a bunch of mean-looking thugs jumped out, trying to pick on you. When that happens, I'll step up to the plate. Yeah. Let me be the one to save you this time. No worries. That's exactly what I'm going to do. The result doesn't matter. And even the process isn't important. What matters is how we take part in this journey and how we choose to view it. So, grant me one more wish. Remember how I held you and flew into the sky when we fought against Enna's dream? Back then, I wasn't sure if I would ever wake up again, but I was happy. We were standing shoulder to shoulder once again, fighting against things that we believed were wrong, and we'd do anything for each other. Still, I have a tiny, selfish wish. I know you won't forget this moment. But when you look back on it, I want it to feel lighter. Maybe there were no enemies at all. It was all just a prank. And when I carried you up into the heavens, what we saw there wasn't the terrifying swarm, but rather the fireworks that I never got to see.
Firefly?
Elio said we're destined to head to different finalities, that we can't have a future. That's why you told me that you'll give me a daydream more beautiful than any ending could ever be. I'm looking forward to it. But can we really not step over the ending together? I'm not scared of death, but please don't let me die alone. They say you're destined to bring about the finality, but I believe you'll be there. You definitely will. Only you can know it, and only you can decide. This cosmos certainly doesn't exist solely for you, nor does it flow only under your gaze, but it's forever waiting for you to save it.
Even so, I'll still be the last thing you forget.
Fireworks.
No. While she might still be able to see it. The result doesn't matter. And even the process isn't important. What matters is how we take part in this journey, and how we choose to view it. I'll do everything I promised you. Am I still one step too late? Why? Firefly
can't see it anymore. Beyond saving, I can change the course of destiny and make up for what's missing. If the world has set an endpoint for our destiny, then at the very least, it owes Firefly the bouquet she wanted.
Everything is possible in this land of the dreams. We each came here with our own goals and realized them in unimaginable ways. Whether the outcome was sweet and dreamlike or bitter and real, it is still the answer we longed for. So, why do people choose to sleep? I think it's as you said. So when tomorrow comes, we'll wake from our dreams, smiling.
Welcome to the Interastral Peace broadcast. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to a new episode of the Interastral Peace broadcast. We are here to bring you the latest news from across the cosmos.
Tell me any...
Amphorius, the Eternal Land.
There's no record of this world in the databank. Not even a mention of its name.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what Miss Black Swan said. It's a world hidden away from outside observation, with a presence only revealed by the light from the mirror of the Garden of Recollection. It's mysterious, all right. You haven't been with us on the Express very long. Will the journey be too much for you to handle?
There's no need to be nervous. I understand that it may be difficult for us today to wrap our heads around the idea that there's a world Akivili didn't venture into. But a journey like that was only routine to the Express crew back then. After all, to trailblaze is to explore the universe's boundaries.
We should consider Pom-Pom's opinion too. They don't know we're considering Amphorius as a destination.
Sure, I'll take care of it. That said, Pom-Pom usually stays out of discussions about destinations. The final decision will likely still be on us to make.
In that case, we'd best take the time to think this over.
Yeah! Plus, even if we pass Amphorius over, we've still got a fuel problem to solve.
All right then. For now, I'll let Miss Black Swan know that we're considering the Eternal Land as a destination. Seeing as how this is going to be an unusual adventure, it'd be good for us to take some time out to make preparations for the journey. Meanwhile, I'll see if I can find out more about Amphorius from our allies before we depart.
In other words, we won't be leaving Penacony anytime soon.
Or we could also revisit our previous stops to make sure that the astral charts and navigation routes are all functioning fine. I wonder if the hole in the Taikian Stadium has been repaired.
The Express has been on the go almost the whole time since we left the space station. We've barely had any time to catch our breath. Let's take this as an opportunity to wrap up our vacation instead and make the most out of this break.
Creating chaos is also a means of maintaining social stability, if you ask me.
If you have the time for mindless gossip, you're probably better off spending it on getting actual work done.
They say this is all part of ongoing investigation. Is there even any point to doing this? The threat's long been neutral. They're just putting on a show. I mean, look at us. This sudden surge in inter-family cooperative efforts. It's nothing but a pretense for those outsiders, isn't it?
Sounds like you've got insider intel. Now I'm curious. Are the stories going around true? Was the furor that broke out a while ago really a result of trouble within the Oak family?
Those are some difficult questions. Didn't I just say that creating chaos is also a means to maintaining social stability? Now, who knows who's been fanning the flames? But there are a dozen rumors going around out there, each one more outlandish than the last.
Oh, I've heard those. Conspiracy theories about how the IPC had orchestrated everything and... what was it again? That the chaos was only quelled because of an accident? Makes no sense. So what's the lowdown?
Oh, the truth has probably been long buried under all the hearsay. All I can say for sure is that someone's taken the rap for it.
You mean the former Oak family head?
Bingo. Most of the blame was pinned on him when the Charmony Festival was abruptly cancelled. Since then, not a single soul's seen him. Heck, forget his whereabouts. Nobody even knows if he's still alive. Talk about scary. For all we know, we might have watched something go down in history, like what happened to the Black Plum family back then, without even realizing it.
I've heard another theory about that family head, though. I beg your pardon, sirs.
Dreamweavers are carrying out inspections on the routes around here, and all affected facilities have been closed off. Kindly take a detour in the meantime.
What happened? Is this because of the Stellaron? Jeez, are we Penaconians never gonna dream in peace again?
There is no cause for alarm, sir. The Stellaron has already been sealed. This is just a routine inspection. A move to heighten security for you. Please rest assured that the family will do everything in our power to protect the sweet dreams of every guest.
I see. We'll leave the two of you to your work then.
Excuse me, sir. Have we met before?
Oh. Do you recall when or where we might have met?
My bad. I must be mistaken. Sorry about that. Sweet dreams to both of you, sirs.
You sure have a knack for stirring up trouble. Of all the routes available, you had to take the one that Bloodhound's keeping watch over.
We shouldn't run into any problems with you around. Even if they see through the Harmony's power of disguise, there'll be a way for us to escape.
Spare a thought for me, will you? Just being in your company is plenty enough to get me into trouble, Mr. Prime Fugitive of Penacony.
And that is exactly why I need you with me. You're the only one I can rely on in Penacony now.
The only one you can rely on, huh? What about her?
At least, she was spared from the consequences of my actions.
What a shame, huh?
Why do you say that?
Just thought that being mean might be more effective than consoling you. I've seen plenty like you, eager for everyone to take you to task after a setback because that's the only way you'll feel better. As though the more they condemn you, the more likely you can rectify your mistake. That said, if I'd really wanted to hit you where it hurts, I'd use a different approach. Like a show of sympathy, for example.
You're right. I won't deny that.
She should still be in Penacony. Aren't you going to look for her?
That won't be necessary. I'm sure you already know why, considering your vested interest in reading my thoughts. I can't bring myself to see her when I'm a fugitive.
All right, then let's keep going. Helping a fugitive return to their home. So exciting.
I see two bloodhounds. They appear to be on official business, unlike the pair from earlier. What's happening at Ideen Park?
Hey! Hey! In case you didn't notice, I can't see anything.
My apologies. I forgot that you're not very tall.
Remind me, why do I have to make this trip with you again?
We've been through this. You're the only one I can turn to now. Besides, we once lived a cat-and-dog existence. Embroiling you in my affairs won't weigh on my conscience.
You certainly don't have much of one if you can bring yourself to say something like that.
Yet you will repay this favor all the same. After all, you're only alive today because of me. You owe me that much.
Holy moly! Can you get any more conceited?
When you were abandoned in the wild and near your end, I showed you a way to survive and helped you escape the jaws of death. When you were at your wit's end and felt lost about your future, I did everything within my power to help you safeguard your position in the family.
Okay, I get it already. You have a way with words, I'll give you that. Still, it's one thing to repay a favor, quite another to knowingly put myself in harm's way. I don't understand. Why are you hell-bent on going back to Penacony? Is this an IPC mission? Did they make you a deal? You can have your freedom back, but in return you must turn against all whom you once called family or something like that?
Regrettably, Lady Bonajade didn't drop so much as a hint about it.
Go now. You are free, O Chosen One, who dare to exceed his bounds. Sever your wings, descend to the mortal realm, and walk their lands. See what this world is truly like.
I will not accept your charity.
As I mentioned earlier, it's a trade, and you don't have to give me an answer right now. Rewards are not reaped in a day, and if there's one thing I'm best at, it's waiting. The sweet dream still continues, and the night is still long. You have plenty of time to contemplate your answer.
She only left me with a most intriguing message before setting me free. As for whether I can afford the price of my freedom, I'll only know when I find out what it is.
But nothing good ever comes out of being in the IPC's debt.
I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. For now, there's still some time before that payment is due, so why not exercise the right to freedom that I've just regained?
By walking straight into a trap?
Or by making amends for past deeds. When it's time to go, this will be farewell for good. So, before I leave Penacony, I'd like to take some time to look back on all the events that have taken place.
Can't you just look back on it from a distance?
There's something else I want to do too. The embryo of philosophy may have fallen, but the order in Penacony wasn't built in a day. This sweet dream is likely to still contain residual traces of the Oak family's influence.
Get off your high horse. The other 4 families are more than capable of working things out on their own.
I might have gone astray, but others shouldn't have to clean up after my mistakes.
Then you should also know that the IPC isn't gonna help you a second time. If you fall into the family's hands again, you're done for.
You know how it is. Old habits die hard. The tie should be on the center line. The shirt must not protrude from the vest. Trouser creases should be perfectly straight and always aligned with the tips of your shoes. We should always ensure that everything is in order before walking out the door. The same applies when bidding my home farewell, too.
But what has Ideen Park got to do with you? Don't tell me that the Founder is one of your disguises.
I'm not that old.
Oh, come on. Take a joke, will ya?
Sorry, but park facilities are out of order. Refurbishment works are currently underway. Please come back again later.
That sounds familiar.
I'm aware of the situation. You can skip the report.
What? What are you talking about? I need... Mr. One Week, please excuse me. I should have recognized you earlier. I must be more tired than I realized.
I want to know what's going on in there. You'll tell me, won't you?
There's nothing much to say, actually. We bloodhounds are just as baffled as you are. My guess is that it's simply part of the aftermath of the Stellaron incident.
Aftermath?
You are?
Renowned workaholic, Mr. Workday. He works for me. You don't know him?
Oh, I see. Pardon my ignorance, sir. Coming back to the topic of the park, let's just say that it has been recently observed that certain behaviors are not tolerated around here.
What happens if you violate the prohibitions?
It's baffling, but corrective measures will be taken. It's kind of difficult to explain. Maybe you'd like to see for yourself?
Yeah, that works. Can you keep watch over the entrance? We'll go in and have a look for ourselves.
Please take these notes with you. They may come in handy.
You shouldn't have said that just now. It'll only make us look suspicious.
Said what?
Mr. Workday?
I was just telling the truth. I've always found this name to be more suitable for you. So, why are we here? You managed this park before?
You could say that. I was still a child back then. To become the bronze Melodia of the Oak family, I'd gone under Mr. Gopherwood's tutelage. We were taking a walk in the park like any other day, when he suddenly hit on the idea to have me manage the park. Within the domain he demarcated, my every word would hold the force of law. In hindsight, that was probably the first time that I enforced order.
You rose through the ranks soon after. I take it that you must have done a pretty good job.
Quite the contrary. I made a terrible mess of things. Fortunately, the tourists thought of it as nothing more than a spell of merrymaking.
Was that his way of training you?
Perhaps he was just using an approach with lighter consequences to show me what he'd learned in life. That there is never an ideal paradigm when it comes to rules. If the enforcer is incapable of introspection, then even regulations once laid down with the noblest of intentions will eventually become defiled. This place is no exception. The distorted after-echoes of the Order will only add to the chaos.
Let's see what we have on these notes. No consumption of food except for burgers. What?
Divined.
No consumption of food other than burgers, especially ice cream. Please tell me you didn't make this rule.
I have nothing against desserts. The only reason I made that rule is so that people can learn to wait in line in an orderly manner for things, instead of shoving and jostling people around.
What happens if I break the rule?
It's as the Bloodhound said. Corrective measures will be enforced.
Huh. Try me.
Wait, don't!
So, where are those corrective measures?
That's odd.
Didn't I tell ya? The family can take care of the issue without you having to get involved. Next on the list is the stage. Let's go and check it out. Only cast and crew members are allowed on the stage. A surprisingly reasonable rule.
And an easy one to test. Neither of us is part of the cast or a crew member. Let's try it out.
Huh?
Let's try that again.
What's going on?
Guide those who have lost their way back onto the right path. Looks like this is an example of the corrective measures that the Bloodhound mentioned. It's exactly what I would have done back then.
You've been iron-fisted since you were little, haven't you? Wait a sec. If this is how violations are corrected, then everything that I ate just now?
I tried to warn you. How do you feel?
Now? I'm feeling murderous.
In any case, say what you will, but I can't sit by and do nothing. Not when I'm the cause of all this trouble in Ideen Park. There's no need to involve the Dreamweavers. I'll fix these distortions once and for all.
What's the plan?
Nothing complicated. All distortions have their roots. We'll be able to trace them to the source once they manifest. Breaking a few rules will do. We just need to make sure that the corrective measures that will be implemented aren't too much for us to handle. When a distorted after echo manifests to correct us, I'll be able to pinpoint its whereabouts. Then, I'll use the power of tuning to heal the dreamscape.
So, can I take it that rules are meant to be broken now? Please do not use Soul Glad bottle caps sold by the Dream Jolt troupe while experiencing the attractions. The Dream Jolt troupe, where? Are they hiding or something? Oh, there it is. Found a good hiding spot, didn't ya? Come on, let's buy some bottle caps from it.
Just one moment.
Let me translate that for you. Who are you trying to pay with your spare change?
Ugh. I'm afraid you're going to have to handle this if it isn't enough.
Handle this? Handle what? Wait, is that really all you've got on you?
May I remind you that I am currently on the run?
Whew. Luck's on our side. Looks like we scraped together just enough. Shall we give this capsule machine a try and see what happens?
Nothing's off so far. Maybe we should open the capsule? They can't be seriously going that far, right? No. Hey, look out!
No matter. Together as one. Can you find the answer? Lend me your strength.
Right there! Did they have to do that? They could have just recalled the capsule.
Perhaps making the attractions no longer just attractions is another corrective measure?
Aren't the rules being too finicky with words?
We're not breaking enough rules. We should look elsewhere, too.
Do not discard trash in trash cans. This is absurd. Did you make this rule too?
Children tend to be fascinated by such paradoxes. I was no exception.
Forget it. I don't even know how to joke about this. Well, what do you suggest we throw in? Something's happening. Huh. What is this? A woodcutter's trash can?
Enough. The location of the distortion is nearby.
Oh, there it is. Huh. It does look somewhat like you.
Time for it to disappear for good. Reveal thyself unto me, as is customary. All creatures endowed with eyes bear souls of equal worth.
Whoa, it worked. The IPC totally should have sent someone to keep an eye on you. Aren't they worried that you might make a comeback in Penacony and grow a new pair of wings?
So long as there remains a need for me to keep a low profile, I'm no threat to them.
That's true. Come to think of it, you had always been in the spotlight, be it as a respected member of the elite or a leader. When was the last time you fell into the mud? All the way back during your childhood days?
Sometime before I turned 6. Like most boys would, I tried to fly with my ear feathers, only to fall into a pit. I almost broke my halo.
That was sarcasm, in case you didn't realize. But whoa, you actually remember something like that?
You never forget times of failure. It's only human nature.
Ugh, you're probably the only one who'd consider something like that a failure. What is it this time?
Just looking back.
But nothing's there.
That That's the whole point of revisiting a place. When I look at everything here, the memories are so fresh, it's as if it all only happened yesterday. When the younger me tasted failure here, I ran myself ragged to fix the mess. I thought myself no longer the same person as before. But it looks like I was just going round in circles. I'm glad for this chance to look back on my past in this way. Come now, we should go. This will be a long farewell.
So, where are we heading next?
OT Mall. There are bloodhounds stationed along the way, though. It might be better to take a quieter route.
I don't mean to meddle, but I'd advise you to stay away from that place.
Did something happen?
There isn't any concrete information yet, but anomalies have been reported around the area. The family is currently investigating. You okay?
I'm fine. The Stellaron incident may have been quelled, but who is to say that nobody has another agenda? Thanks for the tip, sir. We'll make a detour. May you stay safe, too.
Hold on. Sweet Dreams are technically safe, but it would be wise to look out for oncoming vehicles.
Thank you.
Whew, that was no ordinary passerby. It's a miracle that he didn't see through your disguise.
The Astral Express should have departed a long time ago. Why is he still in Penacony? We needn't change our plans because of him, but be sure to keep your guard up. I hope nothing terrible has fallen upon Penacony while I was in captivity the last few days. Come now, it's time we set off. Let's not stick too close to each other, just in case. A few feet or so between us will do. Seems I let my wishful thinking get the best of me. Will you at least give me a chance to explain?
I will, but before I do, put your hands behind your back and answer my questions in short sentences.
Short sentences?
I need to make sure your words aren't concealing any dangerous incantations.
I can't believe I've left everyone with such a peculiar impression of me. Please, believe me when I say that I didn't come back here with ill intent. Penacony will never experience the Order again, either.
I'm afraid I won't be taking your words at face value, not after how you wielded the power of harmony. Answer me. What are you doing here?
It looks like there's only one way to gain your trust. Come on out, 1 week. We found ourselves an ally.
So, it was the IPC that freed you.
My sister has likely made an agreement of some sort with them. As for how I'm able to move around freely in Penacony, I have 1 week to thank for that. As you can see, I've only returned to my home to bid it farewell. Would you be kind enough to give me a chance to say goodbye, so that I may leave without regrets?
Agreed. But until you leave Penacony for good, you're to stay by my side.
You have my gratitude.
I left my home in a hurry, too. I know how it feels. That said, I can't make this call by myself. My companions need to know about this, too.
The Astral Express crew is in Penacony, too?
Come with me. We'll go find them. You come along, too.
Okay. Boy, this is gonna be a party.
We're here. They should be somewhere nearby.
Mr. Yang, if you don't mind, there's something that puzzles me. Now that the crisis on the planet of festivities has been averted, shouldn't the Astral Express have departed to continue on its trailblazing journey? Why have you and your companions stayed behind in Penacony? Could it be that someone stirred up trouble after I left?
And if that were indeed the case?
I doubt I'm in any position to be proposing ideas, but I'm happy to defer to the Nameless and aid with any plans you may have.
There's no need to worry. All is well in Penacony. Our reason for lingering here is a certain unusual passenger.
A passenger?
The Express has been commissioned to send a passenger back home. We're just resting up in Penacony for a while before we depart.
By passenger, do you mean this lady here? Or these ladies?
This... how?
You're finally here, Mr. Yang. We have a huge problem.
Isn't it fascinating how variables never fail to find their way into the lives of organic life forms?
Neither did I expect to see you here in Penacony, Mr. Screwlum. I had assumed the Genius Society wasn't invited to the festivities.
I have no interest in the Harmony's celebration, so it's only natural for me to turn down the invitation. But it looks like my decision also cost me the front row seat to all of your exciting adventures. Conclusion: there is likewise a downside to pursuing reason.
I'm sure if all of you geniuses showed up to the Charmony Festival, things would have been very much different.
I hear that the Astral Express has established a collaboration with the Garden of Recollection for your next destination.
They did suggest a destination, but that was all. Did you hear this from Madame Herda? It's a world beyond the knowledge of the Nameless, after all. I wrote to her hoping that the all-encompassing erudition could provide us with some information.
Could there be more to it?
Yes, there is something else. Miss Black Swan said Amphorius is a world influenced by 3 paths, and the erudition is one such path.
Logic. The average Pathstrider wouldn't leave any trace behind in the Garden of Recollection's mirror.
You're right. So this has to be related to the Emanators, or perhaps even the Eons. That's why I wanted to know if the geniuses had any clue about it.
It's a pity we do not communicate much within the Society. Not to mention we've lost most of our members to the Lord of Silence. I have never heard of Amphorius, however.
Madame Herta said the same. But it did pique her interest, and she agreed to do a little digging. My guess is that there's a chance the Garden of Recollection is behind it. She's always had a keen interest in the Remembrances technology, after all. It's also thanks to her that we got to make Miss Ron May's acquaintance a while back. We even went into the Kalinga Abyss to bring a Leviathan's carcass back for our new friend. Speaking of her, this is far too much an understatement, but none of us ever expected to see an old friend at Miss Ron May's.
That Foxian girl has indeed been through an unimaginable turn of events. I suppose that's the fate you organic life forms are bound by.
Yeah, a bond that truly runs deep.
So is it out of goodwill that the Astral Express volunteered to send her back home?
Would the Nameless see a point in keeping work and favors apart? It's her request. She hopes to make a brief stop somewhere to reframe her mindset before returning to the Cienjo, considering her unique position with the Alliance.
Looks like this is one exceptional passenger. Don't you have to accompany her then, Miss Himiko?
My companions are with her. They know Miss Tingyun better anyway. Plus, those youngsters will definitely do a better job than me when it comes to vacations. They're probably having a wonderful time now.
So, is anyone gonna tell me what's going on? March?
Oh, about that. Why don't you ask her instead? She knows how to present things logically. You don't have to tell him that. He can see for himself. Forget it. I'll tell you. We walked around with Miss Tingyun for a while after separating from the rest. But then we ran into something weird.
Did something happen in the dreamscape?
Actually, it's more like it was someone's fault. We met a Pepeshi filming a Try Not to Laugh challenge, and he gave us some of his candy. A type of candy that's supposed to make you fall over laughing.
So that sort of Try Not to Laugh challenge.
I didn't really want to do it, but she insisted on us giving it a shot. That's how we got into this problem.
What happened?
Oh, come on, stop interrupting. So, we had some candy, and we're so happy we rolled around on the ground for a bit before standing up. But once we did, we realized Miss Tingyun ate the candy too. But she only sneezed nonstop. Achoo! Achoo! Sneeze after sneeze. And before we knew it, she multiplied into several Tingyuns right in front of us.
What's your take on this?
The dreamscape is a Memoria world. It is likely the candy triggered her hypersensitive mind, causing scattered memory fragments to dissociate and become entities themselves. There is no cause for concern. We've experienced similar incidents from time to time in the sweet dream.
Mr. Yang? Who's this?
It's okay. You can reveal yourself now.
I was only being careful, or we would have been stopped by the Bloodhounds more than once on our way here. Help me remove my disguise 1 week.
It's been a while, everyone.
You! What's going on?
Everyone, stay calm. I'll explain. I believe that at this point, Sunday has no reason to be dishonest, but to prevent any unforeseen complications, I'll be accompanying him everywhere he goes until he leaves Penacony. Mr. 1 Week here is an old acquaintance of Sunday's.
Pleased to meet you, fair lady. And you, of course. You're the heavyweight who pummeled this control freak.
The surprises just keep pouring in. First there was Miss Acheron, and then Miss Ting-Yun. Why does it seem like Mr. Yang always comes back with some extraordinary guests?
Let's leave this discussion for later. For now, we should be focusing on returning Miss Ting-Yun to her normal self.
That's not gonna be easy. You'll see what I mean, Mr. Yang. These Ting-Yuns aren't exactly easy to communicate with.
Miss March 7th, have you taken the time to consider my suggestion?
Your suggestion? Oh, wait. Which Miss Ting-Yun are you again?
It's me! I'm the one who wants every Ting-Yun to come together to form the Ting-Yun Merchant Guild. How often do you get the chance to work with yourself? Just imagine how in sync we'll be with one another. We're bound to thrive and prosper. I know, we can't leave the dreamscape to trade with the outside world, so that's where you come in, Miss March 7th. Your wits surpass many others, making you the perfect person to handle liaison negotiations on our behalf.
I guess I can consider it. I hope everything goes smoothly for your guild. There. Now do you see what I mean, Mr. Yang?
There does appear to be an element of her talking to herself.
Forget about it. How are you gonna clone your bat?
Mr. Yang mentioned the Express's next voyage is to send a passenger back home. Could this lady be from the Xianzhou Alliance?
Yes, more specifically the Xianzhou Luofu.
The Luofu? Didn't the Antimatter Legion launch an ambush on the Luofu some time ago? Was she one of the few survivors?
Quite the contrary. She might have been the person closest to the eye of the storm.
Looks like there's a lot more to this story.
A story for another time. As host of the Dreamscape, do you have any suggestions for fixing this problem?
I don't have much to go on now. Perhaps we should talk to the other Miss Ting-Yuns here.
Why do I feel like it's not gonna be a wise move to interrupt her?
That sounds nice. People never forget a personally prepared home-cooked meal. But then again, gifts should be lasting. What about a delightful new bouquet of flowers on the table each day? Wouldn't they do a better job at brightening up someone's day? That sounds like a good idea.
If we really want to do this right, though, it's the thought behind the gift that truly matters. The more thought goes into the gift, the better the recipient feels it. She makes a valid point, too.
You sure have a way of not offending anyone.
These three Tingyuns don't look like they'll be reaching a conclusion anytime soon. We won't be able to get a word in.
So, what do you think, Sonny?
Let's try a different name, my dear friend.
Oh, don't we sound chummier that way? I took a leaf out of this Foxian girl's book.
The problem with Miss Tingyun is just as I suspected before. That prank shattered her into notes that are each a part of her. In other words, it means the Tingyuns we see here are all different aspects of her psyche.
Okay. You just made it sound a whole lot more complicated.
At any rate, this is a known occurrence across the dreamscape. Tuning could be the way to fix it. The only problem is that these Miss Tingyuns are too caught up in their own world. Is there one we can properly speak with?
One that we can speak with? Oh, I think there is one! But it may take me a while to identify her.
Oh, you're here again! So, what's your decision?
I'm still deliberating. I'm so highly sought after that it's only right I give it careful consideration.
Aha! I knew it! I always have an eye for talented people. No problem. Take your time.
Yikes! She's scary. No, I won't be able to talk to her.
Huh? You can't fly? Why? I can't. I can fly. A long, long time ago, a big girl flew with me really high into the sky. I'll take you next time. Pinky promise?
Should we get someone to watch over her?
Nah, I think she's perfectly fine on her own. The childlike innocence that adults have is a lot more resilient than you can imagine.
Even if that's true, it doesn't apply to her.
Were you all looking for me? Oh, were you all looking for me?
Found her! If I remember correctly, this Miss Tingyun's trait is...
It's nothing special, really.
She ought to meet your one we can properly speak with requirement, right?
Worth a try. My lady, if I may, I wish to perform a tuning on you.
Before you start, you should know that we're keeping our eyes on you. If you even think about taking Miss Tingyun hostage.
It is not my intention to provoke you. Perhaps, as assurance, we can have my friend here perform the task in my stead. 1 week has a higher mastery of the harmony than I do.
That is true.
If you still have concerns, you are also free to restrain me while he performs the tuning.
There's no need for that. You're acting so sincere. I'm actually surprised.
Are you all right with this, Miss Tingyun?
I go as the wind blows, so you may decide for me.
Then kindly forgive our intrusion. Please do your best, 1 week.
What the... Did any of you hear a voice just now?
A voice?
Never mind.
Look! It's working!
Never did I expect that every encounter with you would always be in moments of distress. Did I conduct myself improperly?
Miss Tingyun! You're finally back! You may be small, but you're pretty amazing. Huh? What's wrong?
It's nothing. Just a trivial matter.
What do you sense?
I should have let you handle it yourself. This girl is not as ordinary as she appears. I nearly died. Just now.
Don't be afraid.
What is this place?
No matter what you see, you only need to remember one thing. You're not alone.
Who are you? And who am I? Is that where I came from? And where does this path lead?